Hello everybody, it's Alex Goddard here and welcome back to a brand new Doctor Who video. I know it's only been 2 weeks ago since I last did my video on 5 things that I'm most worried for Doctor Who Series 11. There's only 1 or 2 couple of months left until Series 11 starts. But I did something yesterday which I was very fortunate to come upon. Yesterday I went to Forbidden Planet. And it was right next to where I worked, which I never knew that. And so I went into the shop and I was amazed of how Forbidden Planet was so popular as a shop, filled with books and posters and DVDs. And look, you want to know what's happening in this video, right? You've already seen the title. I'm bringing back a series that I haven't done for more than 11 months. It's the return of the merchandise showcase, and I am really excited to show you some awesome merchandise that I got from Forbidden Planet. But also I have some amazing news to tell you about a certain Doctor Who convention that will be happening in Manchester, and I'm planning on going. So we'll get into that a bit later on, but first let's find out what I've got inside this amazing bag of mine filled with Doctor Who merchandise. Now, from the past couple of months, I haven't been collecting merchandise that often. I just don't seem to have the time to do any merchandise collecting, but I just felt it was like the perfect time to bring back the merchandise showcase, because I haven't done one of these videos for ages. It's been like, say, 10 or 11 months since I last did one of these videos, and I thought, why not buy a lot of this merchandise? Again, this merchandise cost me in total £100, and since we are having the hype of Series 11, I thought it would be brilliant to start off this video by showing you the brand new 13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. Now, of course, it does look a bit weird. Yes, I know, some people like it, some people dislike it, but I've gone to the trouble of actually buying the Doctor Who's new Sonic Screwdriver, and let's have a look of what it has to offer. Give me a moment, please. Wow. So, here it is. The Sonic Screwdriver in all its glory. Now, again, people think that it looks quite strange. It has that unusual Terminator hand type thing. But I must say that, firstly off, it's got a good grip. I really like it. I love the silver coating on it. I think it looks really good. And let's find out the sounds. Now, I think the first button, well, that doesn't work. So, unfortunately, that's already a negative, because when you have it in this kind of hand mode, you've got to have the button at the top. Oh, it just flashed up. So, I like that. But unfortunately, one of the buttons doesn't work. So, why does it always have this? So, it kind of feels like that you have to hold it in this way and then press this to, wait, I haven't even activated it. Wait, what's going on? It's lighting it up by itself. That's weird. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, so maybe it lights up for a reason. Maybe that button isn't useless after all. There are lights and sounds in it. There's this. That's a single tap. Then I think there's a double tap that does this. That's cool. And then there's a triple tap, I think. Oh, now that is pretty cool. Now again, I think people have the hypes and the positives and negatives over this Sonic Screwdriver, but I think my positives on this, it's got a good grip, the lights and sounds are pretty good. Again, people may think that the only negative on this is just the look of it. I just think it may look a bit, you know, inappropriate in some people's point of views, but again, I just don't think it looks like a proper Sonic Screwdriver. It looks more like that a Sonic Screwdriver that's just came from a tree. It looks more like the root from a tree, and the Doctor's just made a Sonic Screwdriver out of it. So it may look like that, but I'm pretty happy to put it within the collection of course, my favourite Sonic Screwdriver. Out of all of the Sonic Screwdrivers that there've been, my personal favourite has to be the 12th Doctor's, but I don't know where to put this one. again, I think with the other Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers that I have, I would say I put this maybe at the bottom for the moment. I want to see how it does well in the show, but there we go, really. I mean, again, it may be, again, to some people, maybe not as brilliant, or may not as be as exciting or as, you know, fresh or unique it is, because I felt that when the 12th Doctor released its own sonic screwdriver, that looked awesome. But this one just looks pretty plain and a bit bland, really. But then again, people have their viewpoints. Anyway, let's move on to the books. And I've got The Witch Hunters. Now, I do have a lot of these books. It's from the history collection of Doctor Who. And I was just looking at the other books that I got, oh yeah, they're up there. I've got the Roundheads, the Almighty Tale, The English Way of Death, Shadow in the Glass, which I've not yet to read any of them. I've read the Roundheads, that's pretty good. And I decided to buy The Witch Hunters, and I know there's one of Sylvester McCoy, I think it's called Human Nature, and then again it's not referring to David Tennant's Human Nature but a different Human Nature. Then again it does pop a topic of something that I used to do back at school. I think it was called The Crucible, which it had some of the references of witchcraft in Salem. It definitely rung a bell to me, and I felt, well, why not I give a read of this? And I felt it really intrigued me, because back then it was like 2016, which I did my GCSE on The Crucible. I really enjoyed it, and it has a lot of these references of The Crucible with the village called Salem, and I remembered that name, and I thought, well, why not get it and see if it has any references to that familiar story? So I've just thought, why not? And then again, I've not got a single William Hartnell book, so that's always a plus. Next up we have Atomy, which then again, I really do like the Autons. Again, I think they need to return, and I just really like the look of this book. And again, the plot line at the back kind of gives away, you know, a really good synopsis, and you never know, it may be one of the books that I really like. Then again, I'm not a book person, but you may be thinking, why the heck have you gone to all this trouble buying books? Well, the thing is, I work pretty much every single day, and then I get one day off. With the time that I've got at work, and with the time that I hardly have at home, there's not enough time for me to read a full book in all one go. There may have to be different days in which I read it, but that's pretty much how people take time with reading their books. But when I read a book, and when I sleep for the next day, I kind of forget what's already happened in my book or what I've already read. So that's the only negative that I have with book reading. But I'm really interested to give book reading a second go, because sometimes Doctor Who books, I just look at the pictures, I look at the writing, and just think, well, what do they have to offer? Anyway, still moving on with the Target books. I've got 3 brand new Target books: Doctor Who and the Crusades, Doctor Who and the Abominable Snowmen, and finally, one of the ones that I really wanted to read, Doctor Who and the Cave Monsters. For me, Doctor Who and the Cave Monsters is my personal favourite. I've not read it, but I've heard great things from it. Again, these are really collectible books. I really like them. I know my friend Aaron from All Things Doctor Who, he collects a bunch of these Target books, and I felt, well, it's my turn probably to get in the same scenario as him, trying to collect as many books as I possibly can, and then again have time to read them. But those have been the books for this merchandise showcase. Now we are gonna go moving on to something that I haven't been collecting for a while. It's been Big Finish. And in Forbidden Planet, there were tons of Big Finish audios. I couldn't really make my mind up, and so I went one of each Doctor. I went for a Peter Davison story, a Colin Baker story, and a Sylvester McCoy story. So please comment down below if you have listened to any of these Big Finish audios that I'm about to show you, and tell me, are there any good, and am I excited to listen of what I'm going to expect from these stories. So the first one that we've got is a Peter Davison story, and it is Heroes of Sontar. And then again, I'm a big fan of the Sontarans. I'm thinking that they are so underrated that they need to return, and so obviously I really want them to come back. And then again, there's been tons of Big Finish audios of Sontarans, like I can't remember, like there was Terror of the Sontarans, and I think there's another one I can't really think off the top of my head, but I heard that great things from Hero of Sontar, and then again, I do like the Fifth Doctor tackling the Sontarans. I think Peter Davison tackling the Sontarans would make a really good story for me. And so that's Hero of Sontar. I could read the back of it, but then again, it's me to really decide. I think it's more about pilgrims journey across the 7 galaxies to meditate in a courtyard of the Citadel that spans the equator. Then again, it may be sounding a bit boring. It's something to do with the Rutans and the Sontarans having a civil war, probably. Then again, it is going to be a really good story to listen to. Now moving on to the 6th Doctor, I've gone for probably a controversial one. Some people may like it, some people may not, and it's actually Criss Cross. Then again, people may have their opinions on it, so please make sure you comment down below if you have listened to any of these stories. Please tell me, what did you think of it? Do you think it's worth listening to it? But for me, I quite like Criss Cross. I think the name kind of give it away, really. And also, the cover does look really good. The only ones I have on my shelf at the moment, I've got... It's difficult to see from here, but the one I can only see is Alien Heart and Dalek Soul, and I think that's a Peter Davison story. So yeah, for me to get a Colin Baker story, and then again, there is a reason why I've gone for Peter Davison and for Colin Baker for Big Finish. Now there is a reason, but let me just get on to it. But I think Criss Cross is a nice, good one. I think it's something to do with World War II or something else, I believe. Transmissions from, like, yes, it does have something to do with the Nazis and Europe and Germany submarines. So yeah, I think it has something to do with the war, like World War II. So yeah, it's definitely going to be worth listening to it. Then again, I'm not a big, huge, hyper fan of Big Finish. I think it's just something that I'm going to slowly get onto, and then maybe slowly, maybe within the next couple of months, come to review it. So hopefully, I'm going to get some of these Big Finish audios listened and then review them. So it needs to be done or sooner or later. And then my final one, I've gone with a Sylvester McCoy story, and it's one that I've always been fascinated by. I like the pairing of Sylvester McCoy and the Silurians in The Silurian Candidate. For me, I really love the cover, and I like the Silurians as a whole, as a monster. I think they're brilliant. I think they're awesome. My personal favourite story is their first story. I really, really like the Silurians in that first story. Then again, Warriors of the Deep did go downhill for me, and the new modern era one, I think it was called Hungry Earth and Cold Blood, I think it was. That one, unfortunately for me, isn't the best, but it's still good. But I think Doctor Who Silurians is always going to be the winner for me. And I would love the pairing of Sylvester McCoy and the Silurians together in one Big Finish audio. And I thought, well, why not? I love the Silurians. I love Sylvester McCoy. So there is just no wrong of doing it. And so, yes, I've got the Silurian Candidate, Criss Cross, and also Heroes of Sontar. Please let me know if you have listened to any of those Big Finish audios in the comment section down below. Now, let's move on to the big announcement that I've got to make for this video. Now, in a couple of days' time, there is a convention called Warp. Now, I know that might sound a bit strange, a convention called Warp, which is basically a Doctor Who convention that will be taking place in Manchester, near the Printworks, near to where I work, on Sunday the 9th of September. And I've booked tickets for that convention. I know. And for that convention, I'll be meeting the Doctors of Colin Baker, Paul McGann and Peter Davison. Probably the first ever encountering of meeting the Doctors for the first time ever. Now, I did a video last year of when I would ever meet my heroes. I know that got a lot of love and a lot of attention to me because I felt, well, I'm never ever going to meet my heroes within, years. But within a years later, the Doctor Who convention of Warp will be taking place within less than a week or so. So, here's the thing. I'm going to be vlogging the entire day, and a couple of my Whovian friends will be joining me. My friends called Adam Time Lord Fishwick and IceLord99. And then again, I'll leave their channels in the comment section down below. I will be going to see them at VWARP, the Doctor Who convention. I'm so excited to meet up with them and to see everything at VWARP. It's going to be my first ever Doctor Who convention. I'm going to be vlogging the entire day. I hope you stick around on my channel for that, because it's my first ever Doctor Who convention. I don't think there's not a bad idea to vlog the entire day. I really want to meet up with these friends, and plus maybe with, like, say, Criss Cross, or probably like the Heroes of Sontar, get Peter Davison or Colin Baker to sign these Big Finish audios, because that would be absolutely amazing. Or many of the classic stories I have on my shelf. So that will be an amazing achievement, just to come face to face with Colin Baker, Peter Davison, Paul McGann, and many more companions and many more Doctor Who monsters. Boy, I'm seriously cannot wait for that day on the 9th of September. It's going to be an absolutely amazing day. Meeting up with Adam Time Lord Fitchwick and IceLord99. Oh, I cannot wait. My first ever Doctor Who convention. I'm so excited. I never thought that a year later I'll be meeting up with the heroes of Doctor Who. The Doctors, the Companions, the Monsters, and many more writers, directors, or producers. You never know what we're gonna have on the day, but I'm truly excited. But anyway guys, that's the end for this merchandise showcase video. Thank you so much for watching for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've done a merchandise showcase. Please let me know what do you thought about all of these books, Big Finish audios, and most importantly, what are your opinions on the new Doctor Who Sun Screwdriver? Please comment down below your thoughts on all of this merchandise. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please leave a like and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. And please stick around on my channel for my vlog of VWARP, the Doctor Who convention. My first ever convention ever. I'm so excited. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!